Let's begin with the markets after yesterday's brutal sell-off. Jim, PPI is not the most important print in the world, but 8.3 is a heck of a lot better than 9.6 in March.
Yeah, but these are just awful. And it keeps the heat on the Fed to do something. I think that, look, I'm going to do a piece tonight about the Fed. It's just that we blame them for everything. It's certainly they're blamable for some things. But I spoke to my friend Dave Tepper last night, and he just said, listen, remind me, Jim. He taught me a lot that I know. He said, Jim, I just got to remind you once again, this is not yet the time to make money. This is time to not lose money. And I like to have listened. Of course, I listen to my other teacher, Cooperman, and he's pretty negative. I don't want to. I mean, Tepper is just basically saying, look, there's no reason to be a hero. I come back, and Lee obviously is pretty negative. I come back and say, listen, we're incredibly oversold. Historically, this is a pretty good time to buy. The dip buyers seem to have been completely blown out. David recognizes that. But he kind of sees the world in the chaotic moment where you can just kind of just riff on anything not being great. I think, David, the Bitcoin fiasco stops today as these people come on and talk about how great it is. It's a storeholder value.
What do you mean, Novogratz, for example?
Yeah, I mean, and they always mention blockchain. I mean, I'm sorry, I'm tired of that. Blockchain,
the underlying technology is not going anywhere.
The technology's fine.
Yeah.
It's the direction. The direction is more.
But what do you think the impact of the losses in crypto are going to be? Because there are many retail investors who own crypto. Many.
Well, they're being blown out, just like in 2000. And like, goodbye. Like Robinhood, goodbye. And we tried so hard to have it not be goodbye. We hit the SPACs every day, Carl. We talked about how you can't be levered. We talked about how you can't be in the joke stocks. Nobody, a lot of people did not listen. The younger people, the amount of money that's going down, like in the Robinhoods. Bye.
Well, this blog post from Brian Armstrong over at Coin is pretty interesting. We appear to be going into recession, which could lead to an extended crypto winter. As hard as we try to get this right, it's clear that we overhired, and they're going to let go of 18% of the team.
Well, once they rescinded the offers, you knew they were in trouble, because who would ever leave their company again to go to a place where they rescinded the offers? Everyone's always, this is another one, David. Now, everyone always says they think these people are geniuses.
Which people?
The Coinbase people.
Okay.
Brian Armstrong.
Yep.
Genius.
Okay.
Is this genius? Is this genius? Do you call it genius?
Do I call what? A stock price that's down 80% genius? Or are you saying that I mean, I'm sure he's a very capable, smart guy.
That doesn't matter.
I don't really know him well. I think I've met him once.
Okay, what, do you have, bad inning?
Well, one bad inning can
He's not making the playoffs this year. I mean, look, I'm just saying that we always, like, Tom Farley comes, I have great respect for this. I have great respect for that. You know what they really say when they're not when they're off TV? Man, he's choking. That's what we have to do. We have to tell the truth. We have to tell the truth. When you fire 18% of your people, when you rescind your offer, David, that is suboptimal and ill-advised.
Okay. I mean, I'm trying to think through this. I mean, he may be responding to current business conditions try to actually make sure that he's still got a business by laying people off. That may not be ill-advised.
Well, I'm just saying that there's a lot of people got in these coins, like the Dogecoin since Saturday Night Live, down 95%.
Yeah.
And they thought they could trade them and make a lot of money and maybe even leave.
There was a great deal of speculative excess in this set.
At one point, I was getting 8% of on my Bitcoin.
Right. We've all wondered about these business models that were based simply on paying these incredibly high deposit rates and what that was all about.
This exists because the government chose not to. The government chose to look the other way, Carl.
But it doesn't mean that digital currencies are not going to live on as a significant factor in our economy.
No, of course, they can bounce, too. I'm just saying that.
No, but I mean, we had an incredible amount of excess and speculation in the late 90s. We sat there every single day, Mark, Joe, and I, talking about the absurdity of it all. Didn't stop until it finally did.
But when it stopped,
there were many business models that were funded that never should have had a chance at all. They all folded. But at the end of the day, there also were great businesses that came out of that. And it's not like the internet wasn't a real thing.
Alphabet.
It was the biggest thing.
Right. Alphabet came out of it. Amazon.
Later, right? Amazon came out during that period.
Right.
There were others.
There were others.
No.
Okay, there we are.
Facebook came after that.
Yeah, there were others. Okay.
Oh, come on. There were plenty of companies that are still around.
I'm just saying that last night I went home, and I said, I hope after I sold the last bit of my Bitcoin that the money will come back to me, that they'll wire the money to me. Now, see, if I have money with J.P. Morgan, I'm not as frightful about them wiring the money to me. But J.P. Morgan was offering me no money, no interest. David, I was getting interest galore, but I just want the money back now.
I know, but you pointed it out all the time because you wondered about it, and yet you still left your money there.
I sold everything to buy that farm except for a little piece to keep track of it.
Fine. So you're not going to see that money again?
David, if I don't see that money again, then you're going to hear the firm's name that didn't send me the money, and that talk about suboptimal. I don't think if they don't send me the money, I think that could be a clarion call.
Yeah.